Hello, Steeler Nation, and welcome to your latest episode of your Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate with me, your host, Owen David, speaking to you here in the UK. Guys, thank you so much for choosing to watch another video from the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. And please take time to go back and check out some of our other content, and also go and check out the great podcast called Ask Mackenzie. Fantastic watch. Give it a watch. Give it a like. Well, guys, yes, I am English, for those of you who just found the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate, but I am a huge Steelers fan. Big fan since 1988. Never miss a game on television, unfortunately, because I do live in the UK, several thousand miles away, and cannot obviously regularly attend Steelers games. Now, one really badly kept secret seems to be the Pittsburgh Steelers are very much focused on building up their trenches. With the appointment of Andy Vidal, the fact that Senior Bowl, Mike Tomlin seems to be paying special attention to both the defensive line and the offensive line candidates. It does really seem like the Steelers are going to put a big commitment this year into actually drafting offensive or defensive linemen as they attempt to build up their trenches. Certainly, there are people who obviously will be available in free agency, like Javon Hargrave, for instance, for the defensive line, Fletcher Cox, people like that. Taylor Lewan apparently may well be cut by the Titans. That's one possibility on the offensive line. So, one person whose name keeps coming up and keeps being linked with the Pittsburgh Steelers in the draft, someone who could actually be available, not at pick 17, but even at pick 32, is someone called Darnell Wright. Now, I know a lot of you may not have heard of Darnell Wright. Darnell Wright is an offensive tackle from the University of Tennessee, plays for the Tennessee Volunteers. One of Ramon Foster's ex-teams. Ramon Foster loves the Tennessee Volunteers. Darnell Wright is certainly someone that many people, many analysts, and many ex-Steelers feel could be a good pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers and go on to have a very successful career for the Steelers at offensive tackle. Now, one of the great things about Darnell Wright is he brings position flexibility to the position of tackle. He's played both right tackle and left tackle for the Tennessee Volunteers. Mike Tomlin loves position flexibility. In addition, the Steelers need a swing tackle. So it could be that maybe if he doesn't actually bed down a place at left tackle or right tackle, he could be the swing tackle that backs up Dan Moore and Chuks Okorafor. Certainly, it seems that Chuks will be back next season on his big contract, $13 million, I think it is, after a good season. Not a brilliant season, not an amazing season, but a good solid season by Chuks. Dan Moore certainly is someone whose position is under threat, as the Steelers do, I think, see the left side of the line has been the weak spot. There has also been links with people like Osiris Torrance, who is a guard who could well come in and replace Kevin Dotson, for example, if the Steelers decide to move on from Dotson. But let's find out a little bit more about this guy, Darnell Wright, and what he could bring to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wright is 6'6", so he's a big old unit. He's 342 pounds. His hometown is Huntington, which I think is Western Virginia. He is a senior, and he comes, like I said, from the University of Tennessee. What else do we know about Darnell Wright? Well, he is obviously declared for the draft this year in 2023. He runs a 5.3 40. He's currently ranked 101st out of all the draft prospects and 15th on the offensive line. So, like I said, he's someone who could be available at 37nd pick if the Steelers decide to use their 17th pick on a defensive lineman or on a cornerback, which I think is the biggest priority for me. Height, like I said, his height 6'6". He has 8.5-inch hands, which we know hand size is very important, guys. 342-pound weight. He has 34 1/8-inch arms, a span of 82 and 3/8 inches, so a good wide span. He was born on the 8th of October 2001, so he's 21 and a half years old. His overall rating, according to the Draft Network, is 83.7 out of 100. So a decent rating. Pass blocking, he's 82%, and run blocking, he is 71%. But it certainly felt that run blocking percentage could be raised with the coaching of Pat Meyer and the work that Meyer can do with the offensive line, given the moves forward he's made with this offensive line and its run blocking towards the end of the season. Well, what else do we know about Darnell Wright? Let's take a delve into Darnell Wright's scouting report. So this is what it says. It says, ever since he put on a helmet, Wright has been on collision course with the NFL draft. So he's certainly been someone since the very early days has been seen as a future NFL superstar. He was a 5-star prospect and a top 5 overall recruit coming out of high school in 2019. So much so that he had scholarship offers from all the top teams, the two top teams in the SEC and the two top teams in the top team in the Big Ten and also the top team in the ACC. Yes, he was offered a chance to play for Alabama, for Georgia, for Ohio State, and for Clemson. But instead, he chose to go to the University of Tennessee as he felt their play style and the program they had in place better suited him as a player. Since he arrived in Tennessee, Wright has only just kept climbing and getting better. And this is where I think his draft stock is certainly is rising. He's certainly someone whose draft stock is rising from that 15th overall position on the offensive line rankings to higher up. He started 7 games and played in 11 as a true freshman. So he made 7 starts, but came on and played a part in 11 games as a freshman, showing how highly he was rated by Tennessee, even back in those early days. In his freshman year, he earned even all SEC honors. He then became a full-time starter at right tackle in 2020, and in 2021 he moved to the blind side, starting all 13 games at the left tackle spot. So like I said, he brings excellent position flexibility to the offensive line. He's certainly someone whose blocking is good. He's powerful. He's a strong guy. Like I said, his pass blocking is very good. His run blocking could use some development, but the guy's coming out of college. I'm sure that's something that Pat Mayer could certainly work on with him. So could Darnell Wright be a decent pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers? A great pick to add to their offensive line to really help beef up those trenches? Steeler Nation, let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think of Darnell Wright as a possibility? Or who would you like to see the Steelers draft on the line? So Cyrus Torrance, Bergeron, Paris Johnson, I think, will be gone by the time the Steelers come to pick. Skoronski, another possibility, perhaps a guard. Anyway, let me know in the comments below. Remember to give this video a like, guys, and help us with our YouTube algorithm. And hit that sub, ring that notification, and come and join the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate family. Anyway, guys, as always, it's been a pleasure talking to you all about the black and gold heroes, our Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go, Steelers. Come on.